Hello everyone, and welcome to a film ionosphere. Today I'm going to show you 2.8 seconds of film. I've slowed it down, I've enlarged it, and why I've done this is because I want to show you how many changes an orb goes through within that short amount of time. They change fast, and some of them are hard to see. Some are very small and dark. Some change extremely fast. Now, those were 12 orbs in 2.8 seconds that just went by. Now I'm going to enlarge these individually so that you can see what each one looks like. There's a number of orbs that are red, and that is because there seems to be one major orb that is producing several red orbs, and you'll see that as we move along in the some of them look a little the same as the one previous, but they are not. They are all different. They come in a range of colors and sizes. Now this is interesting. I'm going to freeze that for you. As when I saw this, I was completely blindsided. That's what it looked like in my original film. When you see this up close, I think you'll agree this is extraterrestrial. This thing had a structure unlike anything I've ever expected to see as far as a UFO. And not only that, but this structure is a machine. This is not a machine that I've ever seen anywhere in our space program. Look at this thing. What possibly could a device like that be hovering only between treetop level and 1,000 feet high? This is by far most interesting thing that I found in my film so far. It's not from this world. Now you can see this device has two nubs on the top of it. This is an extreme enlargement of it, so of course it's going to be a little fuzzy. I enhance it here, and you can see that this is definitely a machine producing some type of either an energy or some type of a field of power. This is an alien device. Nobody's going to tell me that UFOs don't exist. Once you see something like this, there's no mistaking that there's other life forms, and they're creating machinery that we can't even conceive for what use this possibly could be. Here it is. If you look closely in the center, you can see it. It's pink. Some kind of energy field around it. So you'll see it in this next clip right here. You can see it's a C shape. You can see it ejecting a red orb. Several of these red orbs come and go. They flash, they move about. Here's another picture. It's more blurry, it's smaller. These are the red orbs. There are many different sizes and shapes, and they seem to come and go. There's this one picture I found so far where I can see the red orb and most likely the structure that is creating it. Although it's shape changing so rapidly and color changing so rapidly, it's hard to think of these things, how they possibly work. This here, although the picture is not very clear, there's a different image within the cloud, and uncertain as to whether this is something new or, again, the structure shape changing. All this looks much better on a small screen. If you have this on a large screen, you're really not going to make out the detail. It just spreads out the pixels too much. This here also, I think, is the structure from the side view, but cannot really be sure because it looks a little too different. This here, I have no idea what this is, the structure or something else. It's just bizarre. This here is definitely the structure, creating a field. See the C shape, although it looks a little elongated. This here seems to have a dome with a shadow above it, right in the center. There's actually a shadow going off to the left from the top of it also. This here again looks like a turquoise fried egg. It has that kind of lump near the top. It's a rounded sort of look. It's highlighted with this brightness. Again, here it is in green. I'm going to revisit these images and morph them, which, there you go. You can see that those two images, how they morphed. That's, if you would imagine this UFO doing this extremely quickly, like in the beginning of the film where you saw the flashing of it, changing from one shape to another, one color to another. And these are not just single colors, these are layered colors. Now these are transition effects. I don't want you to think those are the UFOs in action or something. It's not. And remember, this is just an orb with extreme close-ups of what it is, so that you can make out the detail. Again, like I said, these pictures may be a little blurry because you may be enlarging them too much on your monitor. The smaller, medium-sized screen will do just fine. So we've got these really strange machines flying at treetop level, and this is what they look like. And they're doing things, creating orbs. What do these orbs do? Anyone's guess. I've got a lot of other pictures of orbs. I didn't want to overwhelm you and put them all onto this film. I thought, the structure itself and seeing the structure and the machine, that it is the structure, that it is a machine, and a few different orbs would probably be sufficient. The next one I do, I'm going to try to do this morphing effect with sequential orbs blown up, not so large that they're somewhat blurry like this. And also, if I find any other additional strange things, of course, I'll highlight those. You can see some of these are actually attractive. They're beautifully segmented in colors. This one, some of them appear like this. To me, looks like some type of ice cream dessert. I mean, it's easy to try to find something that we can look at and rationalize it by saying it looks like something that we know. That way it makes it a little more comfortable to understand. But what you're really looking at here is something otherworldly, something unbelievably extraterrestrial, and something that has a design and a reason for being here. These machines may be collecting information. They may be communicating by the simple changing of their colors to other machines. It would seem to me that these could easily be from another dimension, because they just blink in and out, come back and forth, and change so frequently at these different things that there's nothing on this planet that could come close to doing what these things do. They're so interesting to look at because they have such a unique color pattern. We're using this proprietary method in extracting these, and it makes it a very, very compelling pastime. This one here is particularly interesting. You'll see a lot more of these in the upcoming investigations of my film. It's very, very time consuming to put all this together, and I appreciate the time that you're taking just to watch this. I'm sure you're finding it interesting, and I can assure you again also that these are not camera tricks or any type of created fantasy objects. This is something real. This is something I filmed, and I'm bringing it to you to let you know that yes, if you had any doubts about UFOs, there's no reason for you to have doubts any longer. When you saw that structure, that thing is a machine creating, for whatever reason, these orbs. Are they going to be more prolific in the future? I believe so. As what I've seen other places on the web, that they are being seen all over. Now, nobody has ever shown you these types of images before, because I'm the one that discovered how to get these out of the film. Now, there's a lot of film out there with pictures of orbs. Now, there's also a lot of different UFOs. So to say that this is a particular type of UFO that a particular type of effect that all orbs have, I can't say that. But I'm sure that other UFOs or orbs do display some of these characteristics. And I'm looking for additional film. Here's the structure right there, pincer type shape, to cross-reference the things that I've found. Well, until our next investigation, please subscribe. I'm sure you can continue to find this interesting.